Hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to show you how to hydro dip just about anything. Today I'm going to be doing my Crocs. Sorry for my goats, they're sometimes very annoying. So first, well, unless you want to ruin your bucket, you're going to need a bag that will fit in your bucket. This is, I think, a 32-gallon bag. And then a pair of gloves. And I'm using a towel to dry my Crocs off because I have to wash them off. And then I'm using red, white, and blue. And I'm going to first I'm going to take my bag and I'm going to put into my bucket. I'll show you. Okay, like this. So you'll want it to be touching the bottom, and then I'm going to carry it over to my water faucet here. I'm going to fill it up, and you want it to be just about completely full. So this is about how full you want it. You could go a little bit more, but I don't really need to. So now, whatever you're hydro dipping, you want to make sure it is clean. If you're doing something like metal, you want to prime it. And here I have white, and I don't have to prime my Crocs, but I have white gloss, and it's also a primer, Paint Plus primer. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my Crocs off. And also, if you're doing something like a cup, and if you want to see a video on me doing a cup, I probably will do a video, but this will be hydro dipping Crocs. So I'm going to go ahead and clean them off, and if you're doing something that is going to have some wear and tear, like not super bad like Crocs, my Crocs are probably going to have the paint come off pretty fast, but I just thought I'd hydro dip them for fun. So I'm going to wash them off, and then I'm going to dry them off. And you want to make sure that you get them completely clean, so I'm going to go ahead and clean them. Okay, now I'm going to dry them. Okay, I have my Crocs dry. Now is when you're going to want to put your gloves on, and you're going to grab a very small stick like this here and just break it off, or you could use a small piece of paper, but I like using a stick better. And you're going to get like the tiny little things off of it, and there, that's what I'm going to use. And I'll show you why you need this here in a minute. So now I'm going to shake my spray paint up, and I'll show you how you spray it into your bucket. Okay, so I have my gloves on, as you can see. So now I'm going to take my spray paint, and I'm going to spray in the bucket. And with what I'm going to do is I'm going to do on my Crocs, you can do however you want, but on my Crocs, I'm going to do red and white on one and blue and white on the other, so it's kind of like American flag. So I'm going to take the lids off of them, and then I'm going to spray them into the bucket. Okay, now you're going to take whatever color of spray paint you want to do first. So I'm going to do red and white first. So I'm going to shake it up, and then I'm just going to spray it on the top of the water. And you can use hot water or cold water. And the only problem with cold water, which I'm using cold water, that's my only choice. But if you use warm water, you have more time to dip it. So you just want to take and you want to spray it in, and you want to get the pattern that you want. So say the white is like thick right there, so I'm going to spray a little bit of red right there and a red right there. And since it's oil, it stays on top of the water, and your colors won't mix. They'll just kind of stay next to each other. And if you spray too close, then it will kind of splash, which I don't really want to do that, so that's why you want to keep it about 8 inches away. So I'm going to put a little bit more white in, like that. I'm going to do a little bit more white and red. You can see how that kind of splashed. And almost there. And you might have a specific spot on your bucket or in your water that you want to do. So, and now I'm going to show you why you want that stick. So you're going to take your stick or piece of paper, and then you're just going to kind of, if you have a pattern that you already like, then that's okay. And now I'm just going to kind of go through like this, and I'm going to make the pattern that I want. And I've actually probably waited a little bit too long, but so there's that. Now I'm going to take my Croc, and I'm going to do it since this side won't have as much wear and tear as this side, so I'm going to stick this side in first, and you want to do it at like an angle, a 45-degree angle, so I'm just going to dip it in like that. And who knows, it might not work. But if it don't, that's okay. Okay, now you're going to take your other hand and you're going to clear that stuff away. Okay, so it doesn't look the best, but this was kind of an experiment. But I've done cups before, and I'll show you a cup, or I'll try to. And I'll try my other crock with white and blue. I decided I'm going to do red, white, and blue on the other crock. Okay, so the red, white, and blue one turned out 100% better than that one. So I think I'm going to dip that one again. So this is the red, white, and blue one, which is like 10 out of 10. And that's that one, which is like a puke out of 10. So I'm going to do that. You want to dip it in at a 45-degree angle like this. And you want to do it pretty slowly. Okay, so I know it looks horrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the whole entire thing with my white, since it's a primer, and then I'm going to let it dry. And then hopefully I can save it. Okay, so this is how they turned out. Sorry about the goat. So this is how they turned out. On the one, I just did red and blue. And the reason it's pink is because I sprayed it white, like primer, like I told you. And then this one is red, white, and blue. So that's how it turns out, and that's how you hydro dip some Crocs. I'll try to do a cup later on.